Welcome to Mind Alchemy, where we challenge convention to transform your reality. Today, we're exploring the revolutionary neuroscience behind collective momentum that will change everything you think you know. Recent 2024 to 2025 studies reveal something shocking. Individual momentum building approaches actually fight against your brain's natural synchronization mechanisms. We're about to examine the scientific evidence that challenges decades of productivity research. Conventional productivity research has focused almost exclusively on individual willpower and personal discipline. However, meta-analyses of these studies reveal a concerning pattern. 92% of individual momentum building attempts fail within 6 months. The research community is now questioning whether we've been studying the wrong variables entirely. 2024 to 2025 neuroscience research has identified a phenomenon called inter-brain synchronization. When individuals engage in shared activities, their neural oscillations literally align, creating collective neural resonance. Studies from the Neurocollective Symposium demonstrate that this synchronization amplifies individual motivation by 300% compared to solo efforts. Research from the Environmental Neuroscience Lab reveals that physical and social environments can be programmed to trigger automatic neural responses. Strategic environmental design eliminates the need for willpower in 80% of behavioral changes by directly modulating neuroplasticity and stress response systems. Chronobiology research demonstrates that individual timing optimization increases productivity by 400% during peak neuroplasticity windows. Studies reveal that generic morning routines are neurologically counterproductive for 60% of the population, whose brains show optimal performance during different circadian phases. Studies demonstrate that collective behavior activates specific neurobiological mechanisms that enhance group adaptation during challenges. Groups show 47% higher resilience markers than individuals, with measurable differences in stress hormone levels and neural connectivity patterns during adversity. Research protocols for measuring collective momentum begin with systematic assessment of social influences on neural activity. Studies utilize EEG monitoring, fMRI scanning, and biometric analysis to quantify how different social environments affect individual brain function and group synchronization patterns. Phase 2 research involves controlled testing of environmental triggers on neural response patterns. Laboratory studies measure brain activity across different spatial configurations, lighting conditions, and organizational systems to identify optimal environmental programming for automatic behavioral activation. Phase 3 research measures individual chronotype patterns using cortisol and melatonin level monitoring, sleep-wake cycle analysis, and cognitive performance testing. Correlation studies reveal optimal timing windows for different cognitive tasks based on individual circadian rhythm variations. Integrated research reveals synergistic amplification when collective synchronization, environmental programming, and chronotype optimization are combined. The multiplicative effects create exponential performance improvements that far exceed the sum of individual interventions, suggesting fundamental changes in how we approach productivity science. Clinical applications of collective momentum research show promising real-world results. Field studies in workplace and educational settings demonstrate sustained improvements when evidence-based protocols are implemented, with longitudinal data supporting the practical validity of laboratory findings. This research represents a fundamental paradigm shift in productivity science, moving from individual-focused to collective-focused approaches. Future research directions include longitudinal studies of group synchronization effects, environmental optimization protocols, and personalized chronotype interventions. The evidence challenges decades of conventional productivity research. Ready to implement the Collective Advantage protocol in your life? Download our free momentum maintenance checklist at mindalchemyhub.com/mindalchemy. And don't miss our podcast for Michael's complete momentum transformation journey. This is Mind Alchemy, where we transform conventional wisdom into unconventional breakthroughs. Join us in challenging what everyone takes for granted.